So we're about to ride down to New Smyrna Beach, which is like 2 hours from here. And we're gonna pick up two, not one, but two 2004 Harley Davidson Road Kings. We're talking 88 cubic inch twin cam motors with 5 speeds. I haven't ran in like 6 years, 5 years, however long, with keys and titles for an insanely cheap deal. So hopefully everything all works out. All right, so we got the heavy Chevy loaded down. Got a trailer, got the flat jack. Most importantly, we got the pup. You ready for a ride? Ready for a road trip? Huh? Let's go. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Two crusty 2004 Road King classics. They've been sitting for entirely too long. 88 cubic inch motors, 5 speeds. I got the bags for the other one, both the seats up in there. Not bad. One's a clean title, one's a rebuilt title. Not really that worried. Both numbers match. Keys work. Yeah, I'll probably end up keeping whatever one turns out to be the cleanest. Yeah, they need a good scrubbing. But for 3,500 bucks, can't beat it. I'm gonna throw a couple more straps on them. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. I got a trailer. You can probably see them back there. Two 2004 Harley Davidson Road Kings. Road King classics. One's got spoke wheels, one's got mag wheels. They're both fuel injected, 88 cubic inch twin cams with 5 speeds, and they are crusty. You can tell that they've been sitting in the storage unit for 5 years or so. My main goal is just getting them home, and we'll check back in when we get home. We're about 2 hours out. So yeah, I'm gonna take it slow just because yeah, they wobble around. I'm worried about the kickstands breaking. But yeah, stoked, honestly. It's like couldn't have went better. Thank you to the people who made it really easy. Most of the time dealing with Facebook Marketplace stuff, it becomes a pain. And yeah, so we'll check back in probably when I stop at Buc-ee's up here, and yeah. There they are. We made it back. The two buttes. This one's super crusty. Super crusty. Both super crusty. All there though. The one I'm gonna keep, obviously I'll freaking make it look nice, you know, clean up everything. Fix any leaks. Cam chain tensioners on the one I'm gonna keep. Maybe the one I'm gonna sell as well. Who knows? 2-in-1 pipe. T-bars, of course. But yeah. Made it home. They both got cruise control. They're both fuel injected. Got the bags, soft bags for whatever one I'm gonna get rid of. I'm gonna keep the hard bags. But yeah. We're gonna get them unloaded. Supply some 12-volt power to them, and yeah. Oof. All right, put some fresh gas in it, fuel pump primes. It spins over, it ain't locked up. Let's let it charge up for a minute. All right, I got the plugs out of it. We're gonna fire her off a couple times. She does spin. All right, cool. All right, so the other one doesn't want to start. I think it will though. This one, it does crank over. These batteries just don't have enough. They can't hold it. So, but they both spin over, which is great. All right, so we got them cleaned up. they're both still pretty rough. I'm gonna pull the fuel pump out of the one I've decided I think is the one I'm going to get rid of, because that one doesn't prime. The one I'm gonna keep, it primes, it just hangs up when spinning over with the plugs in, which I think is just the fact that I don't have a strong enough battery. I thought the NOCO battery that's in my FXR would be strong enough, but I just don't think it has enough juice. So all right, so now the only logical step is to rip out the starter from the one that we're gonna sell and put it in the one I'm gonna keep to see if that one will actually run, because that fuel pump turns on, kicks over, the starter's just seized. So the only problem is that this is a 2004, which means that you have to pull off the primary and unbolt the starter clutch. But I'll probably just pull it all off of here, swap it over to that one. Yeah, I'll need some new fluid and gaskets. I got the fluid. I think I have a set of gaskets over there actually. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can get one to run. Maybe right around the neighborhood. I don't really want to take it down the road because these tires are ancient. This one's really bad, but pretty stoked that that thing fired off. So that needs a fuel pump and a battery, tires, miscellaneous cleanup. But we'll go through a whole series, hopefully, on both of these bikes, getting them running. The one I'm keeping, I have big plans for that will we'll talk about that more in the future, but main goal, get them running, get one sold, keep the other one. So yeah, let's yank out a couple starters. This is day 2 working on them. Didn't get a whole lot of time working on the bikes last night, but the one I'm keeping, I believe, needs a starter. It for sure needs a battery, but the fuel pump sounds good. The one I'm not keeping needs a fuel pump and a battery, but it seems like the starter spins over, so we're gonna see if we can get it to fire off. Okay, so I popped the air filter off. We're gonna shoot some starting fluid in there and see if this thing runs. I left a wrench on the back, but it runs. We got spark, we got assisted fueling, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. Right there is the old fuel pump, and yeah, you can see it's pretty crusty. The inside of the tank doesn't look terrible. It's definitely salvageable. The liner is peeled out, or the liner is starting to peel out, but I'm gonna clean it out and recoat it. Fuel pump definitely is not gonna work, so I'll just get a whole new assembly along with the battery, and yeah. But right now we have it does run. The starter does work. It just spun over. Obviously, it's not gonna stay running because I'm just shooting starting fluid into it, but it does fire off, so that means good coil. Sounded like all the oils at the bottom of the motor, which fair enough. Yeah, so the one that we're gonna sell, it does run. So I guess the only logical thing to do is to steal the starter out of this one and put it in that one, see if that one will run. So that, I think, is what we're gonna work on next. All right, so there's our old starter out of the Krusty King. This one, out of this bike. This bike just got that bike's starter, because I know that one works, and that one fired off. So, little ghetto, no primary fluid, but I put the battery in. We're about to start it up. This pump does prime and all that. I think hopefully it's gonna be good. Yeah, no primary fluid, open derby cover, whatever. It's probably gonna make a freaking mess, but I'm gonna stay on the other side so when this thing inevitably flings oil everywhere, I'm out of harm's way. Something sparked. Well, it cranks. I'm him. 2 Crusty Road Kings started today. What up? Word to you, mother.